I can't look back, it's too late now. My days are hours and I don't know how, but I believe the great is still yet to come. I won't stop fighting, man, until I'm done.
Good morning and welcome to the 92nd Breakfast Ball. I'm your host, Bob Cardia. Hope everybody's doing well out there, folks. As always, if you like what we're doing, please hit that subscribe button. We always appreciate it. And if you do comment, I love the Breakfast Ball, you are eligible to win a Starbucks gift card. So please, by all means, keep smashing that subscribe button. Today's podcast is a little bit different. We're talking about adversity a lot and overcoming. I've noticed a certain dynamic lately, and it's not a new thing, but the pack mentality, the need to fit in. I've seen that a lot. Most people that I guess, everybody needs a little bit of reassurance in their life, but problem being is, I saw this quote, and I absolutely stone cold loved it. So it's, if they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. And, I've seen this a lot. I mean, I've been to so many, I guess, championships in my coaching career and in different sports, in golf in particular. I guess we've been to 8 or 9 NCAA finals. And I see a certain characteristic in great players, and then I see a certain characteristic in talented players who never get there. It's interesting because, as I sit back and watch, the great players I've had, the guys that have gone on to do bigger things, are always in a quest for knowledge. There's been many studies out there that you're going to make within 5% of your 5 best friends or something like that. And the team captains and the players that I've had that have really taken it to the next level, they listen. They never think they know everything, and they push the people around them to be better. And it's that in itself is an acquired skill. People realizing that they don't have all the answers, and there's always, going to be adversity out there as you go. So the first thing I would tell you, is surround yourself with people that are going to make you better. I make it a habit myself of calling, a lot of my friends that are successful from time to time just to shoot the crap. I'll call them up and say, hey, you know what? Just scrolling through my phone, I saw your name. Want to hear what's going on with you. And a lot of times I'll have a very impactful conversation with them. A perspective that they're doing or what's going on in their life. They go, you know what? That's something that I can learn from or hang my hat on. So love that. I said it a minute ago and I mean it. There are so many talented players and people out there, but I've seen it a lot. That they're good players, they're talented people, but yet when push comes to shove, they never make it to the next level. It's always the level of accountability is not there. They're when something goes wrong, it's never their fault. It's always, someone else's fault. And when you run organizations, as I have, I'm used to it. Sometimes when I'm a little bit, I guess hungry, angry, lonely, tired, I will, I'll internalize things. But then I sit back and realize you've been through this a million times before. When, someone else, something goes wrong for them and they blame you, rather than taking any kind of accountability, that is something that, you have to, as a leader or a teacher, have to share with the people around you if you want to motivate them to be better. Bottom line, you're going to fail. You're going to get down. Things aren't always going to go your way. But know I was actually at the checkout line. My good friend Dr. Waleska Batista turned 50, and she had a beautiful birthday bash that I went to last night, and we talked about this. Like, adversity is something that everybody's going to come across. So, one of the themes for her party was, everybody had a fedora on. So while I'm going to buy this fedora, there was a sign in the background, and it was a Kobe Bryant quote, I believe. Might have been Michael Jordan, but essentially it was, you're going to fail your way to success. And we've all heard that before, and I've said it probably a million times on this podcast, but it's true. So I guess at the end of the day, bottom line for this week, I want you to recognize and to realize, right? The people that you hang out with are going to determine, a large portion of your life. And if you're looking to fit in, like if that's your goal, if you want to join the clique or the niche, that's fine. I mean, if you want to be normal and live a normal life, I could just tell you from doing what I've done forever, that the great ones are not like everybody else. The great ones take accountability. The great ones, if something goes wrong, they'll not only will they take it that way, that adversity is a good thing, but they'll also try to spread that message to the people around them, rather than blaming others. So anyway, this week's podcast is fight on, right? Adversity is a good thing. Try to surround yourself with the best people you can. And remember the quote that I started this podcast. If they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. Fight on. Anyway, as always, if you love what we're doing, please smash that subscribe button. If you want to go for our merch, go on our website. And if you, right, I love the breakfast ball in the bottom section of the comments. You will be eligible for a Starbucks gift card. Folks, have a great week. Look forward to seeing you on the 93rd Breakfast Ball. I'm your host, Bob Cardia, and I think next week we're going to have a guest on the show again, so looking forward to that. Have a great week. Take care.
Glass of bourbon, ha. My bourbon, ha. My bourbon, ha. Alcohol. There's no great story ever started with, I'll have a salad.